superb. But it's actually one of these things because we build everything from the ground up, you know, with the handling model in particular to be very realistic underneath, that you don't actually need to do much. We just change the surface characteristics and the handling model just deals with it just like real cars do in real world life.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit. I mean, you were talking about the rain and all the different other weather effects, and they look amazing based on what we've seen in trailers and everything. How are you guys making this game? We got some footage here that you can watch while we're doing this. Are we watching live gameplay right here?
We're currently playing the single player. This is just one of the tour races inside the game, and this is in Chile. I think Carl's driving in a Ferrari F12 right now. Just flying around one of the tracks. It's an offline demo, so you're missing some of the really cool features that we're showing off on the booth today. For example, what would normally happen when you're racing through here right now, you get things like face-offs. So you'd have dynamic challenges placed inside the world. So whether that's try and beat a high drift score or try and get the best average speed, there's always something to do in DriveClub. So it doesn't really matter if you're first or last. You're always earning and rewarding things inside the game.
Oh man, this game looks so good. I'm looking at the dash cam here, and first of all, the light reflecting accurately off of the player's hands, depending on the angle it's coming in. The reflections on the windshield. How are you guys? You guys are wizards, right? That's the only explanation here. How are you doing this?
I don't think we're not wizards, but we do have some mightily obsessive artists and coders inside the office who just want to make sure everything's replicated like in real world. You know, they want to make sure the cars, you know, from the screw to the fiber weave of the carbon, you know, is completely accurate. And then we've got our, you know, coders who just want to make sure the lighting refracts and reflects through windows accurately, just like in real world. Because we're trying to make something that looks, you know, feels truly authentic. But obviously, you know, we talk about this and simulating the visuals, simulating the audio, but it's not that sort of racer. You know, it's a fun pick up and play arcade sort of accessible game. It's still got all that depth and detail underneath. We want to make sure that it's a racing for everyone.
Now, speaking of your meticulous attention to detail at Evolution Studios, I heard some pretty crazy stories about how you recorded the audio for each car in the game. Can you walk us through that process?
Yeah, I mean, we're very fortunate. All the manufacturers have just been amazing so far. They've allowed us to get hold of their cars, take them down to our test track, where they're driven to their limit. I mean, we've had, you know, cars being at 200 miles an hour plus. And some of our audio designers have been very scared by this experience because they were driving alongside them. But what we do, we mic up all the cars inside and out. I think we've got 16, maybe 17 mics, you know, and we want to make sure that, you know, if you're racing from the chase camera, you're hearing the audio that we captured from outside the car. And if you're racing inside the car, you're listening to a completely different set of audio files from inside the car. So it's a completely different experience. You know, we put them on the dyno as well, and occasionally we get to take them on the road as well and do some more recordings, but yeah, it's all about making sure that we get the characteristics and the essence of every car, because every car is unique in the real world. I mean, we're lucky enough to try them out. It's not just, you know, how they look and how they sound, but it's also how they feel as well. So, you know, getting to drive some of them really gives us the opportunity to go, okay, you know, despite the fact, say, you got the Ferrari 458 and the Ferrari F12, same manufacturer, completely different cars. You really have to try and experience them all to make sure that you capture just how they feel and make sure that, you know, every car, there's a good reason